Woo!
Now we're in this place surrounded by people who are fans, who love shows, artists. Have you ever been a fangirl? Who have you put a poster
I am a fangirl.
Tell us.
I watch a lot of television. TV is my most favourite thing. I have no hobbies. I don't read books, I don't do anything. I have watched TV my whole life and I am a massive fangirl of TV. Love telly.
And as a girl, did you have like posters on your wall? Did you ever dress up as someone in a conference? How far did you go at fan level?
I didn't even know about conventions as a kid. Like, maybe they weren't very big in England back then. I didn't even know what conventions were, but if they'd been around in the 80s in England, I absolutely would have gone, yeah.
Good. And we know that you get a long break with several actors. I wonder, how do you deal with an acting job when it's difficult to get along with the people around you? Like, what's your net when you don't feel the vibe on the set?
I've been very lucky in most of the shows I've been on where there's been good vibes. And I had that experience when I was on a show on an island. It was shot in Hawaii and people weren't found. It's this one, isn't it? And I walked onto that and it was as if I had been there all along. You know, and I just was able to kind of insert myself into that show and just really enjoy it. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that before I was an actress, I used to be a model, which I hated. But every time I would go and do a job, I was walking into a new studio with a different photographer and a different hair and makeup artist from the age of 16. So I had to learn. It really improved my confidence because I was shy, if you can believe it, when I was younger. But it really, I had to sort of learn how to walk into a new group of people and go, hiya, and have a great day. So I couldn't, I don't know, just made me more confident in new situations. So I was able to just sort of walk in and just play along, and everyone was really, really welcoming. And the same was true for Once Upon a Time, because they're actually quite similar experiences. I was pre-existing bits before I joined, right? But no, I haven't had, the only thing I hate, like if the vibe is weird on set, which has happened, is just typically if an actor is, you know, stuck up their own arse and has a massive ego, and it creates a really fucking uncomfortable vibe for everybody, and it does happen. And I just distance myself. I'm like, no, I feel incredibly blessed to have a job, and I'm going to have a great day, so I'm just going to choose to distance myself and not let your vibe mess up my vibe, because I'm happy to be here, you know?
And what happens to you, my friends?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear. What are your thoughts about sitcoms, and would you love to do more?
Yes, I definitely want to do more comedy. It's harder to do in that there's just less made. Do you know what I mean? So there's more dramas on TV, so there's less opportunities to do a comedy. But I've done a couple, but then they got cancelled for different political reasons. But that is a massive dream of mine, is to do comedy, because I'm an idiot in real life. I'm not a serious person. I'm like, I'm just a massive dickhead. So I'm like really serious, intense people. That's not who I am, which is fun because I'm acting. But I also want to do, my favourite thing is making people laugh. And to be able to do that for a living is a dream for me. So that is on my bucket list, is to do a sitcom for sure.
And what makes you laugh? What are you a fan of when you want to have a good laugh?
I think when people just take the piss out of themselves and don't take themselves seriously. Like, life is so short. If you can't make fun, it's also very British, isn't it? It's just, in England, if you can say, nice shirt, that means I like you, let's have a beer later. If you can immediately just take the piss out of someone, and Americans aren't as good at that, so I had to sort of adjust to that when I first moved to America. But I think just not taking yourself seriously and making fun of our differences, rather than being all precious about them, is really funny, because we're all different and we're all weird in different ways, and let's embrace it. It's funny.
Do you feel very much like Brits in the US?
Oh yes. Yeah, very much so, yes. I do not, I'm not American, no. I'm British, I'm proud.
Don't anything. Yesterday was saying that, the banter is different.
Yes.
Maybe.
There's nothing more unattractive when I say something funny and America goes, what? I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go home.
So we're talking about comedy. Have you ever felt like the roles that you're getting are just one side? Like, have you ever felt typecast, or do you have to struggle with that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I typically play, even when I was was in my 20s, I'd have these auditions, like, in walks Claire, the smartest woman in the room, and I'm like, oh shit, that's going to be really hard dialogue to learn, you know, like, I'm a lawyer, and I'm a doctor, and I'm serious, and I'm clever, and I'm like, can't I say something easy? You know, I never got to be that person, so I often play the bitch, the psycho, the villain, you know, which I do love playing a villain, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I don't play like the hero, like the sweet girl, it's just never been my thing, which is weird because I'm a delight in real life. The best quality. I've not avoided them, I've just never been offered them. I mean, they just know, I think because, especially in America, I think villains are often either Russian or British. You know, like in Bollywood, I've come to kill you. They're like, I think that's one of the reasons, and I think just the way that I look, I think as well. I don't know, maybe I look like a bitch, I don't know.
Well, we do love ourselves some bitches, so if that's the case, wonderful. But you mentioned earlier that you hated being a model, but I wonder, as an actress, are there stuff that you learned back then that you're still using today?
I would say what I said before, in just in terms of like being able to be on the show and be comfortable, and also knowing light and camera and things like that, you know. But other than that, not really. I mean, it's useful when you have to do a photo shoot for the show. And they start telling you how to pose. I'm like, I'm fine, thank you. Shush and turn the music up. Shut up. Yeah, I think it's easier. There's less obsession about being skinny in Hollywood. It's definitely there. It's obviously way worse in modeling. You know, it's gross, and there's no union or anybody to protect models. And you know, when I was a model, I was told so many times to lose weight, or they'd weigh me, make me stand on a scale, and go, oh dear. I mean, you know, 18, 19, like what that does to you, it's so damaging. It's a really, really toxic industry, and I was incredibly grateful that acting kind of got me out of that business. But there is still pressure to look a certain way and be thin. It's getting better, definitely, but there's still a lot more work to be done. But, you know, I think, you know, when you see an actress on a red carpet, what they call in America sample sizes is a size 2 in the States, which is really tiny. And that's like, if you see actresses that have borrowed a dress from a designer to then go onto the red carpet, they're really, really tiny, and anyone that isn't really thin has to get it specially made, and that, they're like, oh dear, we'll just specially make it for you, and then the shame around it. So it's not where it needs to be by any means. There's still a lot of work to be done, for sure.
You just said the word protection. Do you feel like you had to consciously build a protection system around you for work?
Yeah, my God. I mean, it's just constant rejection and criticism. I don't even know if I'm still here. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you look back at it, I want to go back to like 22-year-old me giving a hug. And the fact that it all was around me and it was coming at me, it's like abusive when you think about it. And I just was able somehow to say, I'm not going to participate in that. I'm an actor and I want to focus on that and it not be about what I look like. And I think, especially since I've had kids, I really don't give a shit anymore. This is who I am, this is what I look like. And if you don't want to hire me, whatever, I'm going to go home and hang out with my kids and eat some Belgian truffles.
Have you heard of
The green room, my box is like this. I can't wait to take it home, I'm so excited. Oh my God, I love helping people. I love listening to people. I love giving advice. I like to receive it from other people. I love being around younger actors and younger actresses, and if they want help and advice, absolutely. And I love helping people that are coming up or, you know, speaking about my experiences, and if that helps them, like, that's really meaningful to me, and it makes the horrible things that have happened to me along the way, and yes, there's been blessings and it's all been great, but for me to take the shit bits and turn it into protecting it from happening to somebody else, then it's like, then, you know, it's something good has come out of something that was painful, I can turn it into something good and protect certain things from happening to somebody else. I love that.
Have you had not a mentor, but have you had some people you work with where you felt like, oh, that's something that's going to stick within my head?
Not from an actor, from a casting director. I remember once I was doing an audition and she went, are you listening to me? And I went, what? Right? And she was like, are you listening to what I'm saying in the scene? And I realised I wasn't. And that changed my entire career. In that moment, she's like, I don't feel like you're listening to me. It's like, don't tell your agent, go home and come back tomorrow. I don't give a shit if you know the words or not. I want you to come back tomorrow and all I want you to do is just listen to me. And I went back and I really listened to her and I got the part. And my agent didn't even know that whole thing went down, but that was really moving that she gave me that opportunity. But in that moment, I really, really realised that the most interesting thing about an actor is when they're listening. And when I work with actors now, I'm not listening to what I'm saying. They go, what's my next line? What's my next line? Well, I'm like, oh, you're not listening. And that's not interesting to watch. Because if you notice when you watch a TV show, the editor typically doesn't cut to the person saying the lines. It cuts to the person receiving the lines. That's where the magic is. You know, because then as the audience, they're like, you're feeling what you're feeling, receiving the information. It was that woman that said that to me that really made that stick with me.
Do you still get like as much pleasure now that you know what happens behind the scene?
Yes. There are some shows where they're not done very well, or I'm like, oh dear, because intellectually I can critique it and I can see the mistakes. You know, even if it's a mistake with continuity, with hair and makeup, with something, I know why it's not working. But if it's a really, really good show, I'm still able to just kind of surrender and just get lost in it, just like everybody else, even though I know what's going on. There are some moments where I look at a scene in a show, because every time you see an actor in the scene, every single person is standing on a piece of tape. And I don't know if people know that, we're all standing on a bit of tape. Like, how ridiculous is that? Do you know what I mean? And once upon a time, Lana's was like a purpley red and mine was green. So as you're walking along, you have to be cognizant of where your tape is, because that's where you have to land. And if you don't stop there, you'll be out of focus and then you have to start all over again, which is annoying because you're trying to make the day. So, yeah, that was fun. Yeah. I mean, I like writing, but I mean, I prefer acting more. People say, do you want to be a writer? Would you want to be a director? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, do you know what? At the end of the day, I'm happier staying in my lane. I'm an actor. I could write something, but it's not going to be amazing. I'd rather just leave that to the people. That's what they do. I'm going to do what I do.
And do you find it easy to like read a script and say, okay, this is the problem? Like, do you have that instinct, or do you find it difficult?
Yeah, I know within like the first 10 pages, and I don't look at it as like I'm an actor and I'm being critical. I read a script as if I'm a fan watching TV. And if I'm looking at my phone or checking my email, that's how I know if I like TV or not. If I have not looked at my phone throughout the entire episode, I'm in. You know, because so much of us now, like we're half watching the show, half on Instagram, half on TikTok. Wait, what happened? And we're doing two things at the same time. So when I'm reading a script, if I haven't checked my phone, I can tell if I'm getting sucked in. I'm like, okay, this is something I want to put my hat in the ring for. But if I'm like, I'm just like pass. And it's like, no thanks.
You just mentioned social media. Is that a fun part of is it a part of the job, or is it something you really like? Do you like it? What's your relationship?
I love social media. I mean, I love social media more in terms of how it connects me with all of you lot, because then I get to stay in touch with a lot of people, and I have relationships with a lot of the fans throughout all these years from doing conventions, and social media has allowed me to go, oh my gosh, she graduated, oh my god, so-and-so's pregnant, and I wouldn't know otherwise. And I feel like for me, I see it more as like a community, as opposed to I'm going to promote my show. Like, I don't really give a shit about that stuff. It's more about the people aspect of it and how it, it connects us. That's cool. Yeah, why not?
So, has it been, like, how has your professional life changed ever since it started, like, your daily life?
Well, it's just like another pandemic, really, just without face masks. And then the industry is closed, so it feels like COVID all over again. And it's tough because the industry was just starting to recover, and then it's like this massive setback, and it's a bummer. But we have to, because we're getting screwed massively, and it's like they're bullies. So if you don't stick up for your rights, then what? What kind of example am I setting to my kids? I'm like, yeah, we just rolled over and we allowed them to just kind of keep all the money for themselves. I'm like, I'm doing this because you've got to stick up for yourself and fight for your rights, you know?
And,
yeah!
So are there stuff about the strike that you feel like we should understand? Because it is difficult to understand every bit of the conversation, and we get some other information from the other side. Like, do you feel like there's some stuff that people should know about it?
One of the main reasons we're striking is because the medium of television has changed so much. It's gone from normal, network television to streaming. And it's really the streamers that the union is fighting against, because they're not paying us fairly. They're doing everything for a lot less. And it's almost like Hollywood has been bought by tech companies, and they're all just like Pac-Man, just buying each other. So-and-so's buying so-and-so, and this network's buying that network, and they're going to rename it. It's good, the app is called this, now the app is called that. It's exhausting. But in the interim, you know, we're losing, the deals aren't the same. So like, when Once Upon a Time was put on Netflix, nobody made any money except for like one old rich white guy. And then when it moved to Disney Plus, none of us made any money. The people that wrote it, directed it, are in it. It was just this one, it's like the same sort of 8 old men. They just go, and it's like an 80s cartoon, and there's these like villains just taking it all, and it's like, that's just not acceptable.
Are there stuff that you feel like, I would like to see that in the future and I haven't seen it yet?
Equal pay between men and women? I mean, it's hard. It's so old-fashioned. I mean, this is the 50s. I've been on shows before, and you're not supposed to know how much money other actors are making. I mean, to talk about money is incredibly gauche. So sometimes I've been on a show and then someone said to me, did you know how much so-and-so's making? Like a bloke or the guy on the show, and you're like, what? And it's like double what you're making, your character might be in the episode even more. And it's just not fair. Like, why, if you have a penis, do you make more money? When we're working the same hours, it's just bizarre. Equal pay.
Now, we're going to turn to the audience, and I'm getting a message that I don't really get. Maybe, yes, we should just do that then. Talking yesterday with Lana about doing other stuff than acting. She's done charity, she has a clothing line as well. Other stuff that you feel very curious about or very enthusiastic about that you'd like to explore?
I really want to be a TV presenter. Yeah, I want to be you. I love hosting, so I'd like to do some reality TV where I get to be myself. That's kind of like my next idea.
Do you watch reality TV as well?
Yes! I am not a snob. I watch everything. I really do. I have no shame.
What kind of fields of reality? Because there are so many. There's kitchens, there's like drag shows. Like, what are the ones that you're
Love drag. I like all the. There's loads of shows in the States about the boat shows, like the Below Deck. All like the dating shit, like Love Is Blind, Married at First Sight. Then I'll watch Married at First Sight, US, UK, Australia. I got my chocolate. I can't get enough of it. I like to watch the Kardashians. What's wrong with me? I watch everything. My husband's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know, babe, but it's what you married. So you can't leave me now. I've got 2 kids, so whatever. Also, don't eat my chocolates.
Also, I wonder, so we're in this convention. When you discovered this place, you mentioned how surprising it was and how, as a kid, you didn't know about conventions, maybe Star Trek conventions back in the UK at the time. But what is it that you take home when you leave such an event?
Mostly chocolate.
Everywhere, really?
No, seriously, mostly love. You know, you walk away from this and I on the plane home, I think about the moments that I had when people said something really moving, or I've said something that impacted them. I mean, it's just the love flows into you guys and happens to me, and it's just really moving and healing, and it really, really means a lot to me. That's my favourite thing about the conventions is the love that you guys share with us for the show and for us personally. I love it. I love you guys.
We love you so much. Welcome, Lana, on stage now, so please.
I survived. Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you very much. So, hi, since I have the both of you on the same couch, I want to know, like, how was your encounter? Like, what did you instantly know you would become besties?
It was a slow burn, which is weird now because now we're like stuck to each other. But it was a slow burn in the beginning, and then I think, did we fall in love in Paris? Brazil. Oh yeah, we did fall in love in Brazil. That's right.
That should be the name of your book if you write it.
Love in Brazil.
I would read that.
Sure, a lot of people would love that. We fell in love in, who was that? Rio, like 2015, 2016, I think.
Yeah, because you came on 2013.
Yeah, but we started doing Once Upon a Time conventions in 2014. And then I think it was...
But we met before that.
Yeah,
We actually met in 2011 when both of our pilot shows were screening at a mutual friend's home. And that was the first time we met. And I had no idea that she was going to play my sister, let alone become my best friend then. But we've grown, you know, yesterday we went for dinner and we were talking about how many countries we've been to together. And she's like, one of my favorite traveling buddies in the world. We've seen the world together. And we have, you know, many more trips in our future, I'm sure. But, you know, it's a blessing in the industry when you can connect with women as another woman and find such camaraderie, excuse me, and trust and loyalty, and, you know, we have a real bond outside of that series.
You feel it, and it's so nice. So you have this strong bond, like, just go beyond just, oh, I have this best friend. Do you feel like, okay, I'm going to stick out for my girls out there?
I mean, I think that's how I am anyway. Like, and I think both of us are, you know, we love we're a girls group. So,
we take our female relationships very seriously, and I think that's one of the blessings about getting older, is you realize, you know, obviously as you get older you start losing your real family, you realize that your friends become your chosen family, and that you realize we're gonna be together forever at this point. And that's really cool. Like, family is important and it's lovely, but chosen family, to be in that relationship that feels familial as a choice, is really special.
yeah, it's not more in common with Bex than I do a lot of my family members. Like, we have a lot more in common. We've also shared so much depth and, you know, experiences together that we'll never get to experience with our families. It's crazy like that. But yeah, we spent more time together than we had with our families, because when we were on set, it was like 16, 17-hour days, you know, and you can't help but bond. And so we're really grateful to have each other.
No, we can feel it. In your hand, you will be allowed to ask a question. As we said before, we're going to try and not ask questions about shows, about characters, but rather go beyond that line. If a question feels like, we shouldn't go there, then we're going to smile, but we're going to move to the next one. So, do we have a mic in one hand already? Generally, there's a volunteer waving at me and telling me this is where it happens now. Okay, yes, so, good. It's not working, so how yeah, should we?
Is it on?
It's on, but yeah, people can hear. Could you pass it along to someone? So, 1 more minute and we're gonna get to our first question. What's the craziest question anyone has ever asked you in such a conversation?
That's my favorite color. I mean, that's a really crazy question.
Well, I had this little girl asked me in Chicago years ago. She was so cute. She must have been like 10. And she came up to my mic and said, "If you were going to be murdered, how would you like to go?" And I'm like, "Security!" What? Are you plotting my murder? Terrifying question I've never been asked. If you were going to be murdered. Like, how dark was that? She was like 10.
Well, she's got a bright future, I'm sure. We have a question over here, please.
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. I just really wanted to tell you guys today. I really love you, and both of you came into my life at a moment where I really needed it. I had lost myself a lot of times in that period, and you guys helped me through it. And my question is really weird, but if you had to be a cat, what color cat would you be?
Ginger, hello. I'd be a ginger tabby. Be a number. Meow.
Okay, so we're definitely putting that in the top 5 of the crazy questions. For sure. Thank you for that. I think we have a new question just in front of us. Yes.
Okay, I'm nervous and I'm finished so many issues, you know.
Take your time, take your time.
So, what did you do when you're in bad moods? Like,
Sorry, we didn't really catch that.
when
Where are you?
It's okay, it's okay.
If you want to answer a question in Flemish or French, and for me to translate it, that's fine.
I just, what did you do when you're in a bad mood? Like you,
What do you do when you're in a bad mood?
yes, you
I don't call anyone. I don't, because then I'll be in a bad mood with everybody. But I go for hikes. That's what I do. I go
You
for
need to get out of the bad mood, right? How to cheer yourself up.
Kiss Lola.
Music is always good, getting outside, going for a walk. But I'm the opposite, you see, I immediately call somebody. Sometimes I need to kind of get it out of my body and sharing it with you, or my sister or one of my best friends helps it move through my body and get it out of me and helps my brain kind of really look at it in the reality of the situation. Why am I freaking out? Why am I unhappy? Why am I anxious? So to me, I always reach out to a girlfriend if I'm in a bad mood. Thank you.
That's great advice too.
Call me next time.
I'd like to go for a walk with the dogs and look at the trees.
You said you like music, but do you like to sing your music? Can you?
You feel comfortable singing music, is that the question?
Can you sing your song?
No. I'm very, for those who have probably noticed, I have not been feeling great. I've been very sick to my stomach, so singing is probably not going to be what I do next. You don't want to risk it. It'll be like,
Let's call it
not going to be a pretty song.
And you once said when you did a panel together that you find yourselves being together hilarious. And
You're hilarious.
We're the funniest ever.
That's so humble.
No, we are. We're funny.
exactly. So I just wanted to say that I saw that moment and I was like, ooh, I want to have that for myself. Like I want to have myself like, I'm hilarious. And so it took a couple of years, very hard years, but now I'm finally able to look at myself and be like, oh my god, I'm hilarious. So thanks for that. And also I have a little gift for you. It's like the Belgian version of the Dutch stroopwafels. It's like something to eat, but it's like waffles with honey in the middle.
I can't look at food right now.
I'll take it.
Rebecca was having breakfast next to me and she's like, do you want some toast? Do you want some? I was like, oh, no.
Eating eggs, baby, sausage.
I love all that stuff, don't get me wrong, just right now.
It's been
I can only do this.
I love that show, Carrefour. I love that show. I was in there last night.
But thank you. Maybe I'll be in tomorrow.
Thank you. You're hilarious.
I hope you find the best.
We want to see that sitcom, the two of you.
I have to say, I haven't been feeling well, and all I wanted was her to hold me. But she was holding on to you, which is okay.
Where will our next...
Good afternoon. This question's for Rebecca.
Hello.
And
How are you? That's me, my favourite
right
topic.
over here. Follow the spotlight.
Where?
Hi, sir.
Where?
You're right.
Oh, no, sorry.
So this question's for Rebecca, and I have to apologise to Lana because it's food related. But since you're British, I imagine you love a curry now and again.
Okay.
There you go. So whenever you're in the States, do you miss curries or can you get them
I eat curry a lot. It's hard to find a good cousin. In England, whenever I'm home, I always call it having in English. And when I got to England on Thursday, the first thing I did was order in English. But I do eat curry a lot in America. I found one good chicken tikka masala, one. And so when I find it, it's like pre-made, and I'll buy like 10 and ram them in the freezer in my garage. So when I'm really homesick, I pop that in, get a pint, Bob your uncle, manage your own.
Excellent.
Okay? Come on in.
Next question.
Anyway, I like curry too. Just saying. I do like curry. Almost British.
Well, I'm trying to say you love a hero. Okay, next question, just in front of us over there.
Hi, I'm Camille, and I love to do acting myself, but sometimes I get kind of scared to audition because the idea of just not being good enough frightens me a little. So I wanted to ask y'all about your auditioning experience and just some general tips for me.
Auditions kind of changed a little bit, but I don't know what they're like here. But audition process, I love the audition process actually. I think it's so fun because it's an opportunity to act, and I love acting. So for me, auditioning is awesome. And you get to show something to people that have written something either great or not so great, but you can always make it better if it's not great, and if it is great, you can just fly. But one of the things that I really miss about the audition process and what it used to be like is working with directors and producers and casting directors in the room, and now everything is self-tape. And it's a different, I think it's one of the rules that we're fighting for in our union is that we want, back in person.
We're still doing like Zooms like it's 2020 and we're over.
Like imagine if you guys were watching Bex and I right now, AI versions of us.
Yeah.
Everything would be like pre-written. There would be no spontaneity. There would be no me leaning into her. There would be no like silly questions about whatever curry and like what cat do you want to be? Like everything would be pre-programmed, and it just doesn't. That's kind of like being in person is just it's so human.
But if you're getting nervous for auditions, I can totally relate. Because when I was young and cute like you, I'm fine. Anxiety is real. You might like learn it at home and feel really good about it, and then you get to the audition or you're about to do it, and then the nerves kick in. So I would really try and find your own way of how to combat that and research ways to calm down. Whether it can be a breathing exercise, you can learn those types of techniques in an acting class or with an acting coach, of different ways of like using your breath, using your mind to kind of bring it down and get into the character and step outside of yourself and your nerves because you're being somebody else, and that person in that scene is probably not nervous. So I would really focus on looking at different ways and techniques to calm down, like learning to meditate and things like that. I sometimes, when I used to get really nervous at auditions, I would imagine roots coming out of the soles of my feet into the ground to make me feel grounded, and the nerves would fall down my legs and I was able to be in the scene. So I would really look at that, look at someone that can help you learn how to do those things, and then you just be about the character and acting as opposed to managing your nerves on top of it,
And those things that she's talking about are known as relaxation exercises. So if you were to Google relaxation exercises for acting, you'll find a lot of examples.
Go on YouTube and look it up.
Well, unfortunately, that was our last question, but thank you, Rebecca Maida, thank you, Lana Parrilla, for being with us.